So now we need to connect the database which we have created to our application, that is to this code. So before doing that, we need to have a set of file structures. So we are going to create a file structure for that. So we cannot just have our contents or database related strings in our server.js. We need to have it in separate file and also in an encrypted format. So have that encrypted format, we need to use another package called .env. So npm I .env, you can just google this out and you'll know what .env is. So npm .env. So if I search with this, it will give you a result of what is .env is. So there's nothing but a environment variable. So what is environment variable? So if you are having any kind of credentials, or if you're having any kind of strings or data which you don't want to see by the user or see by any kind of application, then you are going to encrypt it by using this .env extension. So I'll show you how to do that. So let's install this package. So once this is installed, we can start using .env. Yeah, and let's just start the server. The server is started as well. And if you check in package.json, we have three dependencies, that is three packages which we have installed so far. That is express, which will help us to write node.js code, and .env is for the sensitive data which we don't want to expose in our code, and the mongoose is a library which helps us to connect to the database. So here we'll create a folder which will be as a config, because this would be the configuration folder. And in this configuration folder, I'll have db.js. Now we need to have the mongoose variable, right? So let's just require mongoose. So const mongoose equal to require, and the mongoose is the library which we have downloaded and installed, right? So mongoose. And now we need to write a function to create to the connect to the database. So for that, const connect db, this is the function name. You can go with anything. Just it's a self-explanatory, right? We are using this file to connect our database which we have created. So connect db, and this will be the asynchronous function and arrow function added to it. Now here I'll have a try catch block, because not every time the database will connect successfully, right? So if it's successfully, it's well and fine, and you'll get a message that a database has been connected. If something goes wrong, like if there's no internet connection when you are going to connect, or if you are having some kind of issues, then it will throw you a message that database is not reachable or not connected. So we need to have both the scenarios in our case. So try catch block. So in try, we'll be having that string which we got from MongoDB website. So I'll have as con equal to and await, because whenever you're using asynchronous functions, async keyword, you need to have this await keyword as well. And now mongoose dot connect. So inside this mongoose dot connect, we need to give string. But what I've told is we are not going to expose our string or any sensitive data, right? So now we need to create a env file. So dot env. So this file will not be readed by any application, sorry, by the user or anyone. It will only be encrypted to your application. So here I am going to write as mongo URI and the string which we have copied it from database. So this is the string, and here also we need to give our password, and at the end we need to specify our database. Our database was Udemy auth app.
So we need to save this. Another important factor you need to keep in mind is whenever you are making any changes in .env file, you need to restart your application. That is, you need to restart your node server. So again, I'm restarting my node server, and here, how am I going to access this Mongo URI variable from .env file to db.js? It's simple. We are having this keyword called process dot env dot and the name of our variable, that was mongo underscore uri. So mongo underscore uri, it's a variable which I've created. It's your wish, you can create it with any name for this application. Now we'll check with this variable. If con variable returns true or a positive result, we need to throw a message called it is successfully connected to database. So if con is successful, then I'll have this log statement which says that MongoDB connected successfully. And we'll have else statement also, because I've said not every time a database connection will be successful. We also need to deal with when it's not successful, we need to throw a message as well. So we can say that not connected, please try again. This can be any custom messages you want. So this is done, and we need to have this catch phrase also. If there's any network connectivity, or if there's any network connectivity in a MongoDB database website also, then the catch phrase will be invoked. So here I'll have another log statement which says as something went wrong. So you can also observe that whenever I'm writing and saving my file, the node server is automatically getting restarted. There's no hard code in it. And after that, if there's any wrong, we need to throw this message and the process should stop, right? To not continue, we are having this process dot exit. So I'm saving this, and now we need to see a message here if it's connected successfully or not. Okay, we are not getting any messages because we have not included anything about database in our server.js. As I've told, server.js is a main file for node.js, and in front end, in client, we have app.js, that is the heart of the front end. So in similarly in backend, server.js is the heart of the backend. So before exporting, we need to have this statement below. So module dot exports equal to a name of the function which we want to export. This is connect db, and now we are going to import it into a server.js file. So here we need to type as const connect db equal to require from the location which we have created that file, that is in config folder db. So now it will, the file is imported successfully, and we are, another step we need to do is we need to configure the env also, right? So because we have just used the env, but we have not specified anywhere that it should also configure. So we need to require the package first. So dot env, and we need to have this config function. So config function is nothing but it will start running the .env package in your application. So this is saved, and we need to call this function, right? Call connect db. So connect db, and I'm calling this function. So save, and now below you need to see the message if it's successful or not. So server started on port, and you got a message, right? MongoDB connected successfully. So it means we have written correct code to connect to our database. If there's any
wrong, like if there's no internet connection or if there's any network related issues, then you will get as not connected or something went wrong. So this video we have created a database, we have connected the database to compass application and also our application, and now the connecting to application has been successfully done. From the next section we are going to start our project from front end onwards.